Hello and welcome to the first video of my new variety series. Each video will contain 3 separate short videos filmed at various tourist sites or historical locations which I visited on my travels. This will be a visual smorgasbord of entertainment. In this video we'll visit a castle and take you back in time to a land once ruled by dinosaurs. But the first helping features a collection of old horse-drawn wagons and carts from the Mossman Collection in Luton. Be sure to watch out for the wagon with a famous film connection. This collection is absolutely incredible. Started by George Mossman, who was born in Luton in 1908. He collected over 51 carriages during his lifetime, and the Corporation of Luton has added some more vehicles to the collection, including some modern cars manufactured by Vauxhaul. Very interesting to see the Vauxhall Victor. Quite an interesting car. The collection here really is just incredible. It's the largest collection of its kind in the whole of the UK. The museum is free to enter. It really is staggering what they have on display. The vehicles, they go back to the 1700s. Absolutely incredible state of preservation that these vehicles have. Really is an absolute treat to see them. Collection of old horse-drawn carriages. Lovely to see the hansom cab on display. One of the original sort of taxis. Often hear Sherlock Holmes referring to taking a hansom cab. Absolutely beautiful to see it. Such excellent condition as well. What was interesting was the old Western stagecoach. That was actually a replica. featured in the 1966 film Carry On Cowboy. And it's found its way here, where they filmed it in Spain, on display here inside the museum. The museum is part of the Stockwood Discovery Centre, and I've made my way out into the gardens, and it's absolutely beautiful on a warm summer's day. There's lots of other local exhibitions here, of local history and farming, and it's really nice to see the 1939 Fordson tractor. Don't very often see one of those. But it really is absolutely beautiful. There's so much to see and do here, and a huge park as well to walk around, extensive grounds. It really is lovely. But it was the Mossman Collection that brought me here, and I'm so glad that I came as well. Absolutely superb day out here. Really is absolutely lovely. So if you're in Luton and want to see a really interesting collection of old carriages and cars as well, and plus other things on display, then why not pop into the Mossman Collection and take a look. What a superb museum that was, and set in nice grounds as well around the Stockwood Discovery Centre. Since my first visit there, I've returned again for another visit and plan to visit there again in the future. There's just so much to see. Next I visit Waytemore Castle in Bishop Stortford. But why is it called Waytemore Castle and not Bishop Stortford Castle? Well, let's find out. I'm not sure why it's called Waytemore Castle. I would have thought that Bishop Stortford Castle would have been a more suitable name, because it's located in the town of Bishop Stortford in Essex. The name probably derives from a Celtic barrow that might have been here before the castle was built. The Saxon word wait means ambush, and moor means marsh. So, ambush on the marsh. Perhaps somebody was killed in an ambush and their body buried in a barrow. Could be from Old Norse. A thwaite means a forest clearing, and a mar means a boggy place. So, boggy place in a forest clearing. Who knows? But what remains today is a fine example of a Motte and Bailey castle, founded after the Norman conquest of 1066. Probably originally built in wood and then built in stone from 1135 onwards. Further building work was carried out in the year 1214 under the reign of King John. Wasn't referenced in the Domesday Survey of 1086, probably because the castle had no taxable value. But it was granted that year by William I, William the Conqueror, to Maurice, Bishop of London. In 1086, it was noted that a priest, 2 knights and 12 cotters or labourers lived at the castle. In 1137, the castle was seized by Abbot Anselm of Bury St Edmunds in his attempt to make himself Bishop of London. However, the castle was soon relinquished when the Pope quashed his election back in 1138. The castle continued under the Bishops of London until 1545, when it was finally abandoned. And during the English Civil War, around 1649, the castle was slighted. And what we're left with today is just a ruin. There are some walls that remain on the top of the castle, but there's very little outside of this mound, which is a shame. I guess we should be grateful for what has actually survived. So much destruction was done to our history and our heritage during the English Civil War. So many castles were slighted, and this is just another example. By the mid-16th century, most castles were abandoned. The trends were for more elaborate manor houses, fortified manor houses with nice gardens. So the castle just fell out of favour. There wasn't the strategic need for them as there was a few hundred years before when they were originally built. Some good examples of castles that have survived, including Warwick and Berkeley Castle, ancestral family homes that have been maintained up to the present day. But what is nice up here are the views. It's overgrown with tall trees and car parks and shopping centres. But perhaps when the castle was built, this might have been marshland and flat, and you could see for miles. But I'll leave you with a few views of the town of Bishop Stortford. Even though Waytemore Castle is not the best preserved in the country, it's still worth visiting. There are a few other better preserved motte and baileys if you know where to look. Berkhamsted Castle in Hertfordshire, very impressive with moats around the grounds, and also Pickering Castle in Yorkshire, two fine examples. But I've had an interesting time walking around. It's nice to visit these old castles. It's a free attraction here in Bishop Stortford and worth visiting, especially on a sunny day like this. I do like visiting old castles. They're just so interesting, and even one that's in a ruined condition is always exciting to look around. My final offering in this trio of variety comes from Colchester Zoo and their new walk-through dinosaur exhibit, which opened in April of 2024. And at the end, I have a rather unusual dinosaur encounter.
I've got a cat at home. Hello. Hello. Yeah, mine's a monster as well.
Oh, that was so much fun. And the young lady was so pleasant to talk to and so knowledgeable about the subject as well. You could tell she really enjoyed her job. This is the end of my first variety video. If you want to see more, then leave a comment in the comment section below and be sure to subscribe to my channel to see more. Thank you for watching.